This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. The Shannick, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's going to sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grab. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way.
Ripped away from him. Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
High school basketball tonight from Wilmington High School. Good evening. The Greyhounds tonight look to keep their hot streak intact as they take on the Kennedy Catholic Golden Eagles out of District 10. A District 10 Region 1 matchup here tonight. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenz with you. Tonight's game on the Lawrence County Sports Network is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, MVP Insurance, the Newcastle Transit Authority, Penn Ohio Bottled Water, the Red Zone, Madura Honor Law, Gem Builders Incorporated, Pontius Insurance, Works in Progress, the Crane Room Grill, the City Rescue Mission, Something for Your Wall Photography, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Tim Continenza, good to see you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody out there watching our coverage here tonight of this District 10 Region 1 matchup. Well, look, Wilmington, the last couple years, it's not been easy for them. They only had 6 wins the previous 4 seasons, already 6 this year. In fact, they're the only team in Region 1 that has a winning record, if you can believe that, but they're at the bottom of the conference because they're 0-1 in division play right now. Kennedy Catholic is ahead of them at 1-1. It's their only win at conference win. We'll talk about them in a second, but this Wilmington team, what is going on with them? All of a sudden, 6 wins in 4 years, and I got 6 this year, and they look like they're about to close in on a playoff spot here halfway through.
Yeah, I think more than anything, they're scoring points this year. I think that's really been key. A lot of more experience coming back this season. And you look at this, they're winning here at home. And that's really the key to any start of a program, is be able to hold your own court and make it hard for another team to come in here and try to get a win. A few years back, that was not necessarily the case. Now anytime you're coming into Greyhound territory, you're in for a battle.
Yeah, you certainly are. This Kennedy Catholic team, remember, just 6 years ago, they won the 6A state title over Penn Ridge in an overtime thriller. They produced the National Player of the Year at the college basketball level in Oscar Shibwe. Then the school thought they were going to close for a while. When that was going on, a lot of players got out of school. They transferred to other programs, and rightfully so, not knowing if they were going to have an outlet to play basketball. This team just has not been able to rebuild right now. They're 1-6. They are 1-1 in District 10. There is a lot of basketball in front of them. They just have not scored at all this season. They have had problems putting the ball in the bucket. Really, I mean, it's been no competition for them whatsoever. They're getting outscored by almost 20 points a game this season.
Yeah, I mean, that really hits the nail in the coffin there. And when you really talk about it, you have to be able to put the basketball into the hoop. You have to be able to score from the line. You have to find scoring opportunities. And right now, that's been difficult here for Kennedy Catholic. And it shows up not just in the overall record, but just in the way they play. I think really what they need is just an opportunity maybe to experience some good play throughout a game. It doesn't have to be the entire game. They can build on it. If they have a good first quarter, that's something to build on. If they can have a better second quarter, those are the things they need to do. They need the building blocks. But more than anything, they can't miss open shots. They can't miss open rebounds and getting out in transition if the opportunity's there, and then completing, the shot. I mean, right now, that's been the most difficult thing for them. Turnovers and in a sense, having a decent percentage shooting.
Both these teams averaging in the 40s, and both these teams are looking to get a big win in Region 1 District 10 action here tonight. We will step aside for a timeout. When we get back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups and get you set for tip-off. It's District 10 basketball tonight on the Lawrence County Sports Network. Wilmington and Kennedy Catholic coming up next. This is the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel Wrestling as the December LCAP Team of the Month after their 13-2 start to the season. Congratulations to Coach Kevin Carmichael and the Laurel Wrestling Team, our December LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Union's Lucas Stanley as a December Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month for scoring his 1,000th career point in the season opener. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Union's Kylie Christopher and Newcastle's Rihanna Boyce as the December Female Athletes of the Month, with both seniors also eclipsing their 1,000 career point mark. Congratulations and best of luck to 1,000 point scorers Rihanna Boyce, Kylie Christopher, and Lucas Stanley, the December Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Welcome back to Wilmington High School. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenz with you as we're moments away from tip-off here tonight between Wilmington and Kennedy Catholic. As we take a look at the keys to the game here tonight, let's look at our keys to the game presented by Works in Progress Paint Services. Call Joe Wright at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. We're going to listen to the national anthem first, then we'll get you our keys to the game, and then we'll get you our starting lineup here on the Lawrence County Sports Network. You can take a look at the keys to the game right there as we listen in on tonight's anthem. Tonight's national anthem, as we'll take a look at those keys to the game once again, as they are brought to you by Works in Progress Paint Services. No lead in our Zettner, so Freddie Zettner's been the go-to guy for this Wilmington program this season, 17 points a game. He's only made 4 threes, but as Nick Marmo, the head coach, will tell you, he makes us go. He had 28 points against Commodore Perry and 24 against Maplewood, so he is the catalyst for this Wilmington offense, a big reason why they're out to a 6-2 start this season.
Yeah, they need Freddie to be that catalyst, as you mentioned, someone who they can rely on to get those easy points and to direct the offense and be able to be the leader on the floor. And, of course, they're also going to need someone we're very familiar with from the football season in Wesley Vascal. He is a guy who needs to be creative and be able to be that second cog in their offense to be successful.
Yeah, without question, there's a look at the Kennedy Catholic starting lineup. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Call to place your order at 724-656-1553. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game or place an order for takeout. And remember, the winning word for Thursday night is hockey, I believe.
Hockey?
Yes.
All right.
I believe so. So that is our winning word for the night. Make sure when you go in there after the game on Thursday, tell your server the winning word and get a free Crane Strip starter. Again, your winning word for Thursday night is hockey for your free Crane Chips appetizer tonight. Starting lineup, there you go for Wilmington. We mentioned the 2 guys, Vascal and also Zettner, Klein, Huff, and Rossi round out the starting 5. And you did mention we know Wesley Vascal from the football side of things. You're noticing a couple of the key players on this Wilmington team, a lot of success on the football field. You see that all the time with smaller schools. They get on the basketball floor or other sports, and it just sort of manifests when they have that winning tradition in one sport, carries over generally to the next. And that's important for this Wilmington team because most of these guys on this roster, like the football team, are young.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they need to do. They need to build on each and every opportunity they're on the floor and take advantage of guys who've had success elsewhere and who's bringing it to the Greyhounds on the hard floor here tonight.
Again, this is a program that had a 35-game losing streak snapped at the start of this season. They went 0-19 last year, averaged under 25 points a game. This season, almost double that. Actually, they are right at double that at 49.3 points. 15 games a season ago in which they scored less than 30, and 3 games in which they failed to score 20. So this has been a complete renaissance for this Wilmington team as they look to try to stay hot and get a first win in the region. It's Kennedy ball to start. And much different Kennedy team than what we have seen in the past with Shebway and company, Maceo Austin and those guys as Samuel Atkinson gets called for the travel. It's our first turnover of the night and a change of possession. Brought to you by Madurban or Law. So we're going to look at Vasco running the offense here.
Yeah, I think it's really important for them just to try to set up and get a nice look shot, and there it was.
Freddie Zettner right off the jump. First attempt for Wilmington, and they got a 2-0 lead. Justin Rahim in charge of rebuilding this Kennedy program, and not only that, but replacing the legend Rick Mancino, who resigned in 2020. Another poke away, and Vascal all the way to the basket and lays it in. He's got 4 quick points.
Yeah, it's good to see the defense starting out quick here for Wilmington. That's what they're going to need to do. You know, challenge the passing zones and try to get some easy points in transition.
Kennedy lost to Elwood City in their last game, 74-41. Elwood City team that we expect to be pretty competitive this season in the WPIAL. Nice backdoor pass and laying it up and in is Rayvon Wilbon Venable for the first points of the night for the Golden Eagles. Vascal, who Nick Marmo says makes good decisions. They trust him with the rock. That one off the side of the rim by Klein. Here come the Golden Eagles the other way. Good run and a floater, too high off the window. We get a foul underneath on the Greyhounds.
Yeah, Scarborough just coming right down the lane there. Was able to get up in the air and was hit from underneath there by Klein, and that will be the first foul and opportunity at the line here for the Golden Eagles.
It's a Kennedy team that shoots 61% from the free throw line this season. Scarborough. One more. And almost right at the mark as Wilmington gets it down the floor quickly. Vasquez inside. They kick it out up top to Klein. Klein goes right inside to the paint. Good trapping Kennedy defense. Going to knock the ball out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Greyhounds.
Yeah, trying to split the double team there was Ben Ho, and just Ben Huff, excuse me, didn't have really an opportunity.
Off the inbound. And that one too long that time by Zettner. Here comes Kennedy Catholic, a chance to take the lead. Early on, Wilbon Venable drives. That one off the side of the iron. Good rebound in traffic, and throwing one up at the basket is Chambers, and he is fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2 more. So 2 quick fouls on Wilmington here in the early going with 5:54 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, that one will go on Ben as Huff picks it up.
Chambers good on the first attempt. Wilmington team, as Klein pulls in the rebound. Nick Marmo, the former boys head coach at Mohawk, had his position opened up in 2015. He was in charge of a program that went 1-21 the year before he took over, so he knows exactly what he is up against as far as rebuilding a program and changing the culture and trying to get a program on track.
That's the key, is not the culture aspect. Eric, in my opinion, is really one of the first things you have to win as a head coach.
Chambers battling underneath. He's going to throw it right over to us as Wilbon Venable almost runs into us. We are right on the court tonight. And I mean right on it. We are directly across from the foul line on this side. So you'll hear us tone it down a little bit when guys are shooting free throws tonight. Inside out, Klein, 3-ball, no. Rebound, tipped around. There's Chambers banging inside in the paint once again. It's out of bounds off Wilmington, back to Kennedy with 5:04 to go in the quarter.
Getting back to the culture thing that you were talking about, I mean, that's really going to be one of the key factors, and I think that's what we're seeing here early going, is that they're seeing the confidence on the court. They're trying to learn things. One of the things they're going to have to do is learn not to leave their feet as much as they have. All 3 fouls was really because the defense left their feet here early going.
That is the 3rd team foul on Wilmington and the 2nd on Huff as Wilbon Venable is at the line. First one is good. Second attempt for the senior is also good. Early success at the line for Kennedy Catholic here in this game as they go 4 for 5 here to start from the free throw line.
Yeah, and if you're Kennedy Catholic, that's what you're looking to do. You're looking to establish something. You've only scoring around 40 points a game, so you need to be able to get to the line and be successful.
Vasquez almost has his pocket picked, and he does.
Yeah.
And there's Chambers again getting on the floor. He might have gotten poked in the eye, trying to battle for that loose ball. So he has to shake off some cobwebs, and we're going to go the other way. It's another turnover.
And that will be against Vasquez.
And they called a foul there. 4 team fouls here in this first quarter for Wilmington.
Yeah, still 4.5 minutes to play in the quarter.
And we're going to get a timeout. Or we get a foul. Now we got a timeout called. I think this was by Kennedy Catholic. It was by Kennedy Catholic. So that's our first Pontius Insurance timeout of the game. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. What have you seen so far here in this game? 2-point lead for the visiting Golden Eagles early.
I think the Eagles are just showing a little more athleticism. It's not necessarily, shooting a high percentage or anything like that. Just being able to get to the ball, challenge the dribbler on whoever the ball handler is for the Greyhounds, and that's really been I think the thing the Greyhounds are going to have to establish is be able to hang on to the ball and make good decisions and pass the ball away. Maybe to that moment sooner than what they're doing right now. It's costing them.
Atkinson, deep two that time, no good. Klein, there's Chambers once again.
Yeah,
Hits the
active
deck.
hands.
He is all over the place early on as Wilmont Venable drives. Got his own miss, the fadeaway, yes! Boy, this Kennedy team, for all their problems early on this season, scrappy here early on as they tie up Klein, but we're gonna get a foul. And I believe this will be, it is, on Ravion Wilmont Venable.
This is one thing that I think the Greyhounds are going to have to be able to do is establish the ball, meaning make the passes a little bit more crisper, get out in front. The ball handler has to, challenge the defense as they work it inside here. This is really their best. And now again, Chambers just reached in and grabbed it. Eric did a nice job again defensively. He's really setting up the tone here for the Golden Eagles.
So much for a 1-6 record as they are pretty much getting what they want as Scarborough misses that time. Here comes Zettner the other way, high dribble. Has to save it, does so. Mercer is in there, but they get the three the other way. They rotate the ball around, and Klein knocks it down.
That's what they needed, just to work the ball around, get an open look, and just, put your best shot forward and get the lead back, or actually trailing now only by one.
Ishmael Owudu is in there for Kennedy Catholic, number 10. Rayvon in the paint. Nice catch and control, and he lays it in. He's got 8 early on.
Yeah, his athleticism and body control, you can see, is a little bit higher than everybody else on the court right now.
That might have been altered.
That was tipped, yeah.
This Kennedy defense is, as Mercer gets it right back and knocks down the 3. How about that change?
Yeah, well, I'll give Mercer credit. There was active hands there. He stole the ball back, had open shot from the three-point land, and just teed it up and put it in.
Yeah, Mercer, one of the better shooters on this Wilmington team. And that one's altered, but Chambers is right there. Out of traffic, Atkinson, they rotate it around. Scarborough, deep 3, knocks it down. Back and forth we go, 13-10. Kennedy Catholic is Zettner, the runner is good. Good action here early on between these two District 10 foes. Atkinson, another 3, and he drains that one. Neither of these teams can miss here the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's just is on fire right now.
Here we go the other way. Vasquel dials one up, and Chambers pulls it in. Battle underneath with Rossi, but Chambers wins that time as we're under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. This Kennedy team has, despite the 1-6 record, they have come to play here tonight. Atkinson dials up another one. That one's off the mark. Rossi the rebound. They lob it ahead to Klein. 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Zettner, 3-ball. No, rebound. Weak side, it goes to Scarborough. Here he comes, 1-on-3, and we get a stoppage as Chambers, something's up with Chambers here. Remember, we said he got poked, we thought he got poked in the eye or something early on one of those scrums, but he is going to have to take a seat here for a minute. So get that all squared away. Ball by Wilmont Venable is no good. Rossi trying to one-arm that rebound, battles with Atkinson, and he's going to win that battle with 1:08 to go.
Important possessions coming up on each time here for the Greyhounds. Right now, they seem to be moving the ball around a little bit better, but they still seem to telegraph some of their passes. Right now, they need to find a way to get to the open man, get them an opportunity. If they cut inside like that, work down the lane, get it back out, and see what they can do.
Klein hesitated for a minute, missed that one.
But I think that inside-outside game for them is going to be important as they continue to develop as a team. They're going to have to find a way, because this Kennedy Catholic team is going to fall down in the paint against them quickly. So There's Mercer again with another 2.
Yeah, he is a good spark off the bench for this Wilmington team as they cut it down to 2. Down to 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Deep 3 by Scarborough is off the mark. Atkinson saved it right back to one of his teammates. Tipped out of bounds. Actually, it's stolen away by Zettner, and then he has it off his foot. And it's back to Kennedy Catholic with 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Busy week for us here in the Lawrence County Sports Network. We'll tell you all about that coming up at halftime tonight. Big end of the week action here in the Lawrence County Sports Network. Got a slew of basketball for you coming up. Gets to that busy time of the year now with the month of January heating up, and then before you know it, it's going to be playoff time here come February.
It goes quick, doesn't it?
It does. Out of control by Wilbon Venable, but he can't get that to go at the buzzer. So we've played 8 good games so far here. 16-14, Kennedy Catholic in front. Come on back, second quarter after this on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Good start to this one here tonight. Chilly outside, hot inside the gym here. It's Kennedy Catholic with a 2-point lead and Wilmington in front, or rather in control here to start the second. Klein has that one tipped, and Scarborough's going to pick it off. Both teams having a little bit of problems with the turnovers here early on in this game as Wilbon Venable hangs and scores once again.
Wilbon Venable has been impressive with his body. He's been able to really control it as he works across the court.
Got 10 of the 18 for Kennedy Catholic as an open 3 by Zettner is good. Zettner off to a fast start tonight too. He's got 9 of the 17.
Yeah, that's important here. They need that spark plug, and he averages close to 17 points a game, and he's halfway there.
Wilbon Venable averaging 25 a game, so half of the offense for Kennedy goes through his hands as Atkinson couldn't pull that rebound in. Here come the Greyhounds. Klein down the floor. Wilbon Venable intercepts it at midcourt. 1-on-2, splits everybody. And it's going to be a blocking foul called on Klein.
Well, it might have been just a little far underneath the basket there, and there's a reason why that may have been called. If he was out front a little bit more, he probably could have got the charge call. But he didn't look like, kind of looked to me like he held his ground pretty good there.
This is going to be the second foul on Klein. Wilbon Venable misses the first as Chambers is back in for Kennedy Catholic. Klein has not taken a seat, so Nick Marmo is going to let him go with 2. Second one is good. Baskel, Zettner, Rossi picked off. Guess who? Racing the other way, and he missed the dunk. Zettner, the outlet pass ahead to Klein. Klein to Huff in the traffic, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, Huff was perfect position there. Took that feed and went right to the hole.
Wilbon Venable putting on a show here in this first half as Scarborough. Atkinson saves that. Kick out the Chambers, too tall, and it hits the Wilmington bench for another Golden Eagles turnover.
Turnovers for both teams has been a difficult number here in the first half. See who can, in the second quarter, can eliminate that.
Zettner inside. Huff going to muscle his way around Atkinson. Back out to the corner. Zettner, a three, too long that time. Klein goes up for the rebound, and he gets upended and hits the deck.
Yeah, Scarborough, I believe, was the one that got underneath him. Nope. Take that back. They're going to get Wilbarn Venerable on that one.
That's his third.
Oh, take that back. They're going to. That's actually going to be on Wilmington's.
On Klein.
On Klein. That's his third. Yeah.
All right. Up ahead, Vasquez turns it back over, and then Wilbon Venable trying to find Atkinson. They just could not communicate. That change in possession brought to you by Madur Bonner Law. Both these teams struggling to hold on to the rock here early on. Zettner in the corner, baseline, Huff off the glass again and in.
Yeah, Huff just hanging around. Perfect position to clean that up and put it right in.
21-19, Wilmington back in front as Wilmon Venable near side. It goes to Costa, Chambers, and now Scarborough. They get it around it. Everybody gets a touch. Atkinson back to Scarborough. Deep three. In and out. Rebound controlled by, for the moment, the Greyhounds. Out of bounds, and it'll stay with Wilmington. So we got 5:10 to go till halftime. Of course, many remember Rick Mancino. There's Newcastle ties everywhere in this game tonight. You got Rick Mancino, who used to be the head coach at Kennedy Catholic. He's a teacher at Newcastle. Mercer's runner is off the mark. And Zettner out muscling everybody off balance, and he drains it. Good first half for Zettner as he's got 11. Then you got Nick Marmo, who played football at Newcastle. Obviously, many remember he went on to Penn State to play for Joe Paterno and the Nittany Lions in the early 2000s. And he was on the same team with guys like Larry Johnson and Zach Mills, Mike Robinson, many of those players that eventually helped lead the renaissance of Penn State football. I joke with him leading up to the game tonight. I said, well, what do you think about Thursday night? Obviously, Thursday night, there's a big game, I think somewhere down in Florida. Got a former Penn State player coaching here tonight that,
you know,
I'm old enough to have covered Nick Marmo when he played in college. That's the scary part.
That's the scary part, is when you do see that as the years fly by. You know, talking about Thursday night's game, I'm really interested to see how both defenses play, because I look at Notre Dame's defense, and I think they may have the best defense of the four teams left. And I looked at Penn State.
The best team of the four teams left is Ohio State, though.
Right. I agree with that. But I said defense.
I agree. No,
I've been so impressed with the Irish defense the last, 6-7 weeks of the season going into the playoffs.
Nobody blitzes more than Al Golden, who, by the way, was the linebackers coach at Penn State when Marmo played there. So there's a tie to Thursday night's game as well.
Should be an interesting game. I think turnovers will be key in that one.
This one's been interesting, too, as Scarborough knocks down another three.
Yeah, he was hanging out in the corner. This time was able to drain it, and now he has 7 in the game.
1 point game for Wilmington here as Vasquez has it. Floater, got it. His first points in the night for Wesley Vasquez, the sophomore, averaging 9 a game. 3-point lead again. Costa slapped by Zettner, picked it off. Up ahead it goes. Vasquez couldn't control it. Back into Zettner, somehow saved it, and gets the roll.
Oh, what a nice look back by Vasquez. Kind of like a quarterback on the move, making an option play. Found his receiver, got it to him, and he was able to finish it with that little layup.
See that save there on the replay. Good job on the replays tonight. That's off Kennedy Catholic and out of bounds. I had them for 8 turnovers here in the first half. Probably missing 1 or 2. This has been a well-played game, but also a turnover-laden game here. Both these teams, by the way, are halfway home to what they average in terms of points already. We got 3 minutes to go in the quarter, and now it looks like Wilmington will take the air out of the ball.
Yeah, well, they went into kind of a zone look here for Kennedy, so they're going to see if they come out. That's good. Oh, they're going to say it was tipped, not over in the back.
Wilmont Venable, and there is a turnover that time as Scarborough comes away with that one. Then we're going to get a foul on Wilmington.
Yeah, try to get it down on the baseline, a little tight area to get it in, and the ball was bounced away and picked up there by Kennedy Catholic.
I beg your pardon, that was the arrow, not a foul. I saw the official signal to the bench, but that was the arrow that they were pointing towards as Costa has it go off his hands and out of bounds. They have Rick Mancino, who we mentioned teaching at Newcastle, but was the head coach of this team when they won 4 state titles at Kennedy Catholic, and then played on the '85 team that won it at the old Hershey Park Arena as well, as Chambers gets the rebound. So he was part of the rich history that this Kennedy team once had, as Wilmont Venable is stripped and fouled. How do they rebuild what they had? I mean, that was a once-in-a-generation team.
Yeah.
I mean, Maceo Austin and Oscar Shibwe and all those guys. I mean, that was one of the best state finals I've ever done. That Penn Ridge game was tremendous. I never thought Shibwe was going to be the National Player of the Year when he went to Kentucky either.
Yeah. I think this is a combination of just one step at a time for this program, trying to get itself back. As you mentioned, there was times where they didn't know the school was going to survive, but it did.
The guy that's trying to lead him back right now is Ravion Wilbon Venable, who's having himself a half. He's got 15 points.
We have an injury here.
Looks like Vasquez's got – somebody has an issue here. Checking the ball for something over the
maybe
other
they
side.
thought they had a blood stain or something.
Let's get the training staff out to check that out. Yeah, so you think about Nick Marmo, too, and you know, he goes Newcastle, rich tradition in just about every sport. Then he goes to Penn State, and they kind of enter a dark age at Penn State as Costa and Vasquez fight for it. So he is on a couple of teams that don't have winning records there. Then he gets into coaching, and he inherits a Mohawk team who's 1-21 when he gets there. Then he wins 6 games in 4 years at Wilmington. They win 6 games in 4 years. He inherits the team in the midst of that. They go 0-19 last year. I mean, he knows what it's like to be up against it as Zettner drains another 3. I'm not sure you could ask for a better guy to try to pull him out.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, this is the scenario you want. You want someone who has experience, who has the patience, Eric, to build a team, to teach. You know, coaching's teaching, and especially at this level. You have to be able to, communicate with your players. Make sure they understand their responsibilities. You got to get on them when necessary. That's a difficult thing when you have a lot of athletes. You can cover up some of the mistakes that you may have on the floor. When you're learning and building from the ground up, where, as you mentioned, they scored like 25 points a game last year. This is huge this year to double that and move on and win games and build confidence.
Yeah, think about what we said in the Open tonight. They had 15 games. They had less than 30 points last season. They got 30 here in the first half tonight at Scarborough, and they play pitch and catch with each other, the two teams. Turnovers each way, and then we get a foul in the backcourt on Kennedy.
Yeah, they'll be on Chambers.
6-point lead for Wilmington. I just wonder, at some point does Nick Marmo just – I mean, he's going to have to go undefeated one year, right? Like, it has to work the other way.
Yeah, you would think.
Everything he's been through in his athletic career and now coaching is Wilbon Venable picks it off, 1-on-2. Good challenge and win by Wilbon Venable.
See if they play here for the last shot or they continue to press it. I think he stepped on the baseline there, and they'll turn it over again.
15 in the first half for Ravion Wilbon Venable. We mentioned this Kennedy team is 1-1 in Region 1 of District 10, but just 1-6 overall. They have struggled, to say the least, but not here tonight. They're shooting very well. Scarborough misses that one at the buzzer. And that's how we'll go to the half. Excellent first half here at Wilmington High School tonight. On a chilly night, both teams pretty hot from the floor in the first 16 minutes, but it's Wilmington that has the 4-point lead. We'll come back with our halftime show. After this, you're watching high school basketball coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Hey Mom, do you need a...
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zeno Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
At Madore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Madore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at madorebonnerlaw.com for more information.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Halftime here at Wilmington. It's the host Greyhounds with a 4-point lead on Kennedy Catholic. Let's take a look at our first half scoring numbers here tonight. Good first half for both sides. As our scoring recap here at the half is brought to you by Creative Edge, where design and construction come together with experience. As for Kennedy Catholic, they were led in the first half by Ravion Wilbon Venable with 15, 7 for Jahil Scarborough, and 3 for Sam Atkinson, 1 for Chambers, who was in and out of the lineup there in the first half with a minor injury, but he's okay. He's been back out there since he came back in from that initial leaving the game initially there. For Wilmington in the first half, Zettner 16 points, 5 for Jordan Mercer off the bench. Nice shooting night by him so far. Ben Huff with 4, 3 for Landon Klein, and 2 for Wesley Vasco. And that's a look at your Creative Edge scoring recap. From concept to creation, they combine their extensive construction experience with creative design to make your project a reality. Fully licensed and insured architecture and construction management services. Call 724-652-1372 for more information. Let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. Why drive when you can ride and relax? Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes all around Lawrence County. Visit newcastletransit.org for more information and route schedules. And remember, senior citizens ride for free. Well, we're in District 10 country here tonight. Obviously, Wilmington in the Lawrence County area. So one of the games that we're keeping an eye on tonight, Mercer and Greenville, are taking place right now. And that's a 10-2 game in the first quarter with Mercer in front. Important for a couple of reasons. One, Wilmington plays Greenville on Friday, so that's their next game. And Greenville's also 2-0 in Region 1. So that's a big game tonight. It's a big game for Wilmington to get that first win in the region. And then Friday night to take on the first-place team. They could end up in a first-place tie if they're able to knock off Greenville and win these next 2 games. And then after that, Saturday they come right back and they play Maplewood. And then it's a full slate of games next week on Tuesday. Looks like the 14th, 17th, and 21st. They're all going to play across the way. So a big week coming up for them the rest of the way. And then a big week next week. They got a chance here to make some room in Region 1, but a big one on Friday night when they take on Greenville.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't want to look too far ahead. Still got a second half here to play, but anytime you're playing in region, it's huge. You can put it, like I always say, double the value of it, because anytime you win, you're putting your opponent one less, one more in the loss column in the region. So that's really, the key here is you can, +1, -1 type scenario. And, those things matter. And when you're a young team like the Greyhounds are, who are learning to win, who are learning, the different needs of a basketball game and go through the ups and downs of it, anytime you can get in a little win streak, momentum, go to an opponent and challenge them, that's huge. And, Greenville's traditionally, a quality program. So it'll be important for them to, take what they get out of tonight's game and then build on it.
Certainly will be. And we got a big slate of games coming up for you the rest of this week. As last night we brought you hockey, tonight we got basketball for you, and then we got some more hoops for you coming up on Thursday and Friday night. As Thursday night we'll have girls basketball, 6 p.m. start. Laurel takes on Shenango. Lee and Jay Moon will have the call that one for you. Friday night we have a doubleheader of boys basketball. Both games are slated to tip at 7:30. First Fox Chapel and Newcastle. Tim, you'll be at that game with James Dotson. And then Lee Moon and I have the call of Neshannock and Laurel on Friday night at 7:30. This game, by the way, started at 7 o'clock. No JV game tonight, so a lot of stuff's going to end before this will end before a lot of other stuff will. So you'll just have to keep it tuned to whatever outlet you follow for your scores and all that, because there won't be much in the way of finals that we can give you coming up here tonight, because this game had the early start with no JV game. Good first half. What do you see here in the second half? Obviously, the Kennedy offense running through Wilbon Venable, and Wilmington's offense, Zettner, but they've got good contributions from just about everybody who's played.
Yeah, I think really the key is going to come down to, can the Greyhounds for themselves, get a couple stops against Wilbon Venable. It doesn't have to be many, but let's keep him under 30 points. Let's keep him maybe underneath his average, which is around 25 a game. If you can do that, that's a win. And I think most important for them is turnovers. They've had too many, and you got to watch the foul trouble. In the first quarter, they picked up 4 quick, easy ones. Really didn't hurt them because of the reset in the next quarter. but you don't want to put yourself in the second half where your opponent might be going to the line after, and getting easy opportunities to score points.
It's going to be the starting five for both sides on the floor to begin the second half. As good action here tonight in Region 1. Kennedy Catholic in search of its second region win. Wilmington in search of its first here. But they are the only team, as we mentioned at the top tonight, that has a winning record, an outright winning record in the region. As the only other team at 500 going into play tonight is Lakeview at 5-5. Right away, a turnover by Kennedy Catholic. Klein to the bucket, lays it in.
And that's exactly what Wilmington needs. They need to be able to challenge the passing lanes and maybe create turnovers and get some transitional baskets.
Chambers very active in that first half. A lot of rebounds, a lot of loose ball. Chasing by Chambers. Atkinson dials up a three. It's off the mark, and Klein will control it for Wilmington.
Yeah, only one shot on that trip down there for Kennedy Catholic. That is a win for the Greyhounds, and that's unfortunately the first turnover here in the second half.
And Rossi just couldn't hang on to that as he was falling out of bounds. And one of the things that, we've talked tonight about the culture and the process of building this program back up at Kennedy Catholic is Wilbon Venable is fouled all the way to the bucket. No JV team. So if you're on the roster, chances are you're going to be on the varsity side. They have no JV team, and that's honestly, it's a shame that they don't have the numbers for that right now. But again, small school, and when they were threatening to close a couple years ago, many players said we want to go, and rightfully so, seek opportunities elsewhere.
Yeah, and that's the key. I mean, when you don't have numbers, it's difficult all the way around. As you know, it's difficult to practice with 11 guys or 9 guys. It's just hard because you don't necessarily match up properly, to run offense defensively, to run certain plays, to assimilate what you see in a game or what you may see from an opponent. So it brings a whole different type of challenge to a coaching staff when you're low on numbers.
1 for 2 that time, but they turn it right back over as Chambers and Wilbon Venable. They can't, and Klein knows that he got away with one there. Almost did.
He tried. He wanted it. He just couldn't quite get the handle on it and went up and down with the ball, and that will be the travel every time.
6:50 to go in the third quarter. It's a 5-point lead for Wilmington. The guy that they need to stop just dished it off to Chambers. That's Wilbon Venable. Costa. Nice head fake, backdoor cut by Wilbon Venable, and he lays it in. Beautiful job of running the floor without the ball.
Yeah, Costa made a nice play, though, dishing him the ball, being able to get it to Wilbon Venable.
There he goes again, and he lays it in. Took 1 on 3 that time, and it's down to a 1-point lead for Wilmington. Vasquez trying to get out of troubles. Costa harassing him. Tried to throw it to Mercer and turned it over again. Wilbon Venable is fouled and will shoot 2 more.
Yeah, it's been Wilbon Venable show here the last 2 minutes of this third quarter. He got, started this quarter with 15 points. He already has 20, looking for more at the line.
Chance to tie and take the lead once again for Kennedy Catholic. Got to go all the way back to the middle stages of the first half when they were in control, and then Wilmington just took off. Hot shooting, that little back and forth stretch by both teams. They did just enough damage to get the lead, but now Kennedy Catholic's got it right back. 3 for 3 in the half at the free throw line, 2 by Wilbon Venable. Vasquez open 3, got it. And a 30-second timeout called by Nick Marmo. And Wilmington, let's take a look at the replay here, and there's Vasquez in the corner. Nobody able to react that time as we got a Pontius Insurance timeout. Get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance.
What a nice trip down the court there for the Greyhounds as they were able to get it out quickly, get it into the corner to Vasquez, who had a nice look at it and drained that 3 to give the lead back to the Greyhounds. kind of counteract what Wilburn Venable has been done in the last 2 minutes here, where he's been a one-man wrecking crew as he's put up like 7 or 8 points here in the first few minutes here of this third quarter.
2 minutes gone in the third, and it's a 1-point lead for Kennedy Catholic, the former powerhouse in Pennsylvania basketball. They are trying to find their way these days as Wilburn Venable lost it, but stays on the Golden Eagles side. It's just, you see, and it's maybe a testament to how good, as Vasquel picks that off the inbound, a testament to how good District 10 might be, too, because I don't know how much we're learning about these two teams tonight, but I'm seeing a lot of fight as Kennedy Catholic's going to come away with it again, and Klein's going to pick up another foul. It's 13 turnovers for Wilmington in this game. And for Klein, that is going to be his...
Is that his fourth?
I believe it's his third.
Third. That's what I was waiting. No, it is fourth.
It's his fourth, so he is going to have to sit for a significant amount of time here.
Yeah, that is going to be a challenge now here for Wilmington.
Gunnar Sheik is into the game for the Greyhounds. It's Sheik, Rossi, Vasquel, Zettner, and Mercer as Kennedy Catholic turns it back over. Wilmington's got to find some offense here in this third quarter. Mercer, good shooter on the floor, made a couple of buckets in that first half. There's Zettner inside, Vasquel, those two. Catch and shoot for Zettner, and he lights it up again.
We're seeing a clinic here between those two players here, and Zettner and Wilburn Venerable. Scoring machines for both of them.
It's back to a 5-point lead as Scarborough missed the three. There is Wilburn Venable. Got his own miss again. Pulls it back, lights it up for three. No, rebound Zettner. Freddie running the floor, splits the defense, goes right around Atkinson, lays it in.
That's what they needed to do, go right at the defense, right into the lane. Just a little runner, but a beautiful play there by Zettner.
Good defense that time by Sheik as he kicked it. It's going to be Kennedy Catholic ball.
This is the biggest lead of the night here for Wilmington, 7 points.
Wilburn Venable guarded by Sheik and Vasquel for help. Now they triple him up. And all alone under the bucket is Atkinson, who's there to lay it in.
That's the thing. If you put three guys on one, there's going to be one open. Atkinson was all by himself there.
There's the defense once again for Kennedy Catholic. Wilburn Venable waited. Again got his own miss, put it back up too strong, and there's Mercer. Wilburn Venable hit the deck. They got numbers as Wilmington as Vasquel drives. No, and the rebound loose. Got his own miss. Zettner pulls the trigger on a three, in and out. Rebound Scarborough. Getting that pace back up. Scarborough deep. Knocks it down again.
Scarborough with double figures now with 10.
Back and forth we go. Again, it's a 2-point lead for Wilmington. Sheik picked off. There's Chambers to tie it. Too strong. Rebound Sheik. Whips it ahead to Vasquel. Trying to find Zettner underneath and too strong. It's tipped by Kennedy Catholic. Saw Nick Marmo there just tell his team to settle down a little bit too. So Kennedy, you get the feeling like they kind of want to muck it up a little bit. I mean, an uglier game and a faster paced game seems to fit. Yeah. This is without us seeing this team play it all this season. Favors them clearly.
Yeah, I think their whole style of play is if we can get more shots than our other team, if we can get 8 to 10, maybe 12 more shots, then we're better off. Because we might not shoot a high percentages, but more opportunities we get at the basket, better chances we have to score. Well, I think more the Greyhounds is kind of more of a more synced offense where they want to move the ball around and find an open guy and either hit a three or inside the arc or get a layup. And I think that's where you're seeing that kind of that muck play that you're talking about.
21 for Zettner in this game. He has 5 in the second half. His counterpart, Wilbon Venable, on the other side, having a good game himself with 22 tonight. As those two have been dueling, their teams have been dueling. We got a 2-point game with 3:04 to go in the third. Again, another full slate coming up for you Thursday night. We'll have girls basketball and then a boys doubleheader on Friday night. Tim and I will be in different gyms on Friday night. He'll have Newcastle, and I'll have the Neshannock-Laurel game. Neither one of us will have anything on Thursday. I think you know what both of us are going to be doing on Thursday night, as is 95% of the state of Pennsylvania. Zettner pulls the trigger on that one and misses. Up ahead, Wilbon Venable. Step back three on the way. Yes. First three of the night for Wilbon Venable, who continues to put on a clinic tonight. His team's got a 1-point lead again.
And matching his season average at 25 now.
Good step through by Rossi, and he's fouled.
They're going to get this one to Atkinson. Trailing the play, got him from behind. That's his first.
And that one by Rossi off the mark, just a 46% free throw shooter. If there is one hiccup on this Wilmington team, they only shoot 52% from the line, and that's their first attempt tonight. And an 0 for 2, but Zettner is there to pick his teammate up, and Chambers
couldn't quite put the fall back in.
You see that a lot of times from a young team. Free throw struggles is Wilbon Venable is off the mark that time, and Mercer the rebound.
It really is part of a young team. There's a nice steal there by Wilbon Venable coming through.
2 more, and it's a 3-point lead for Kennedy as they slap on that full court. Baskel for 3, a high arcing 3 off the mark. Guess who's got the rebound? And here it comes the other way. Wilbon Venable through everybody. Circus layup is good. This kid is unbelievable tonight. Baskel the other way, no. Rebound Scarborough. Here comes Kennedy Catholic, they run it. Wilbon Venable, Dipsy-Do in the lane, he's fouled.
Yeah, on the previous layup there by Wilbon Venable, he used the rim, doing the reverse, going underneath the basket to get the point. That time coming straight at the basket and trying to kind of windmill it around the defender. Picked up the foul and will head to the line. 29 points already tonight. Looking for more at the line.
Looking to give his team the biggest cushion they've had tonight. With 1:50 to go in the third, and he will do just that. Has not missed from the free throw line here in the third. 4 for 4 and 7 of 8 in the game. Has 15 in the third quarter alone. And you can keep it at 15 for now as Mercer the rebound.
It's been about a 13-point swing here. Had a 7-point lead for Wilmington before that bucket here finally ended that 13-0 run.
Zettner on the backdoor cut, cuts it to 4. Scarborough, Atkinson, Chambers, deep 3 again by Scarborough. That one's off to the right, and Zettner the rebound. Outlet pass down the floor, Vasquez. Oh, look at the hands there by Wilbon Venable right up against us. That's going to be off of Wilmington and back to Kennedy. Wilbon Venable wearing a pair of Kobe's. He's playing like Kobe tonight.
Yeah. The ghost of Kobe.
He has been spectacular. 63 seconds to go in the quarter. We're going to keep it alive that time, too, and drives off the mark. Atkinson, Costa now, Scarborough. They can hold for the final shot if they want. They opt not to. Scarborough drives off balance, and he got it to go. Leo Scarborough with 5 in the quarter. He's got 12 for the game. 48-42 Kennedy Catholic. There's the trap. Zettner splits that double again, and he's fouled.
Now, the important thing here for the Hounds is they picked up the foul. They have to convert at the line. Zettner with 23 points here tonight, already passed his average of close to 17 a game.
Good on the first. 72% at the line to lead this Wilmington team. 1 for 2 that time. Chambers the rebound. He's fouled from behind, and he hits the deck once again.
Yeah, Ben Huff reaching in there.
That's going to be his third. And that is the limit for Wilmington in the quarter with 5. That's actually Huff's fourth.
Yeah.
So they have 2 players, Klein and Huff, with 4. That's going to shorten the bench. It's really a 6-man, 7-man rotation for Nick Marmo anyway. 6-man rotation. I guess call it 7. Chambers, by the way, is 2 for 2 at the line tonight. He did not attempt a free throw in the first 7 games this season. All that dirty work that he does, and he hasn't made a trip to the line yet until tonight. 1 for 2, Mercer the rebound. Pascal. Oh, look at Wilbon Venable recover
with
and
the block
that. And there's the outlet pass to him. Off balance, the basket, and foul for this unbelievable 6-foot senior who is putting on a show. And take a look at the replay. Once again, the contact off balance. Reminder, our replays tonight are brought to you by LCAP. Let LCAP Early Learning help your little one blossom. Immediate openings in child care and preschool classrooms across Lawrence County. Call us today at 724-944-7671. Wilbon Venable, there's Chambers the rebound. They get it back to him. Drives, tried to lay that up with the left, got his own rebound, and he puts it back in again. Tim, he's going to have 50 tonight if he keeps doing this.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
And there's Zettner the other way.
He's trying to match him.
Yeah, he is. Good answer. Half court at the buzzer, and it hits the glass and caroms back towards half court. Well, Kennedy Catholic 1-6 on the season, but they got an 8-point lead as we go to the fourth quarter here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Again, our winning word tonight for the Crane Room is hockey. Just saw the ad for it there, so stop in there and tell them hockey, and you'll get your free Crane Chips appetizer from our friends
Thursday night.
That is, and by the way, you ever want to hang out with us on a Friday night, just stop by there, because 9 times out of 10, that's where we're going to be.
That's exactly
I can tell you, on Friday night, I will be there to watch the second half of the college playoff.
Yes, definitely.
After we're done, so hopefully everybody else joins. We got a foul underneath, but that is our Friday hunt for sure. Those guys do a great job over there. Really enjoy the times that we've had there over the last year or so. 7:47 to go here, and Zettner catch and shoot off the inbound. That one's short. Guess who's got the rebound? Chambers, who's got himself double-digit rebounds tonight. Scarborough pulls up for three. Boy, that was big. They are just shooting the lights out here in the second half. 15 for Scarborough.
11-point lead, and here's it comes more of that. Hit on.
Wilbon Venable. He got fouled.
That's going to be Klein. That'll be his fifth.
And that is on Klein. I'd say it's a good foul. Make him go earn it, but that's your fifth foul, and that's one of your starting guards. Fouls out tonight with 5.
That's the problem, is they don't have a deep bench of experience.
And it's, again, pretty much 7-man rotation. Venable sitting on 34 of his team's 56. It's the front end, which she has not done much tonight, missing free throws. Second one is also off the mark. Chambers out-muscles everybody.
What a rebound.
Out to Wilbon Venable, strip, but he keeps the loose ball, turns in traffic, no. Got his own rebound again, put back, no.
Chambers
again. Costa will get it out top to Atkinson, and they'll reset things. Scarborough slips through the defense, and then Venable has it.
It's amazing, because Chambers is one of the smaller players on this court. But he plays so big.
Scarborough
defensively.
No. To the corner it goes, and back to Wilmington with 6:48 to go, 6:49 to go.
Every possession here offensively for the Greyhounds is going to be huge. And when they get a stop on the defensive side, they have to come down and execute and get a good look. You know, give themselves an opportunity here to cut into this double-digit lead.
Pascal for 3. They needed that. Wilbon Venable the rebound. It's an 11-point deficit for Wilmington as Wilbon Venable cuts through everybody and lays it in. 36 tonight for the senior Ravion Wilbon Venable. Mercer, too strong that time, almost banked it in. We could somehow finagle a Fadden Wilbon Venable matchup.
Yeah.
All due respect to any other Kennedy opponents, I'd love to see those two go one-on-one at least.
It would be fun, wouldn't it?
Scarborough poked away that time by Zettner. Now you start thinking, too, if you're Nick Marmor, you start thinking about the clock here, too, a little bit, because there's only 5:46 to go. And you are down 13. And the way this Kennedy team is shooting the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a difficult assignment in front of you right now. But you have to have those active hands there. Got to challenge the ball handler.
See Wilbon Venable back it out a little bit. Good step through move off the window, and he's got 38 points.
This is where resetting the fouls make it so difficult when you're behind. You have to foul 5 times just to send someone to the line, and they get 2 shots.
Good find as Huff is able to lay it in. He's got 6 tonight.
Hard 6 earned points underneath. Nothing easy for him, but he's been in good position each time he has scored here.
Chance to get this thing down to
we talked about it earlier, the 3 throws. Only shooting around 50% for the season.
Yep. Really
showing its mark here tonight, hurting him big time here in the second half.
Had a chance to get that down to 12. That would have been a 4-possession game, which you start thinking about possessions here, too, as Wilbon Venable once again. 40 points tonight for Wilbon Venable. 62-47. Kennedy is in control as Wilbon Venable, again the rebound.
They went on that 13-0 run in the third quarter, and they have just been on cruise control ever since.
How about that?
That's Chamber underneath.
Getting involved. He hasn't scored much tonight. Kennedy faithful are fired up with 4:21 to go in the contest. 64-47. Kennedy Catholic in front.
You know, talking about Kennedy Catholic, we're talking about the second half here, Eric. You know, Wilmington had a 40-33 lead in the third quarter, and that's when Kennedy Catholic, the Golden Eagles, were able to find their offense and defense and went on that 13-0 run. Not only did they close that 7-point gap, they took a 6-point lead before Wilmington was able to stop the bleeding, but they were able to, you know, continue to stop it as they just continue to pour it on as they have this big lead now, 64-47. But that's really the turning point of the game, that 13-0 run. And Wilmington at the time had a 7-point lead, their biggest lead of the game.
Out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. How about in 6A, it's a non-Lawrence County game, but Upper St. Clair at halftime, leading to Monty Christian by 27.
Wow.
That game is now in the mercy rule. You got Mohawk over Beaver Falls at the half, 46-18. Southside over Laurel, 24-7 at the end of one. Shenango leads Olsh, 27-20 at the half. Union 42, Rochester 14 at the half. They sound more like football scores than they do basketball. As Newcastle leads Pine Richland also 33-26. That is also at the half.
Vonnevold continues to pour it on as it goes inside there for an easy two.
He has just been unstoppable tonight. I mean, he's got 42 points. His team has 66. Their high point total for the season was 62 in a game.
Yeah.
They've flown by that tonight as Huff inside, no, and Chambers collects another board. Chambers and Wilbon Venable have also got to have a combined 30 rebounds tonight, too. I mean, they have just cleaned everything up. Wilbon Venable's hitting almost everything. And Steele and Zettner going to lay it up and he left it short. Pascal picks up the loose ball. Zettner, a runner, got it. Zettner's got 28 tonight. Going to need to find some lightning here with 3:05 to go. Kennedy taking the air out of the ball somewhat. Hand check foul by Rossi. Kennedy will also get some new players in. Connor King, 5'8" sophomore, is into the game for the first time tonight. Has not scored a point this season. Off the restart, and that is Costa missing and Huff the rebound. 17-point lead. Zettner short and rebound. Scarborough up ahead. Wilbon Venable up and under in the lane, missed that one, and Vasquel the rebound, almost poked away by Wilbon Venable, but here comes Vasquel the other way. Zettner, and his jumper is good. He's got 30. It's been the bright spot tonight for Wilmington. This Wilmington team, you know, it's, again, it's learning how to win. We talked a lot about the Kennedy Catholic culture tonight, but
right.
Wilmington has to figure out how to maintain success, too. They were 0-19 a year ago. So 6 wins out of the gate this season is fantastic.
Well, that's exactly it. And you know, this is a game they're going to learn because they're playing a more athletic team than themselves. And it just tells you how much the turnovers really could cost you. And more than anything is the missed free throws. I think when you talk about opportunity, there's at least 10 points at the line that was missed here tonight. And that's, you know, that makes a huge difference in the psychology of a team and the ability to stay with a team, because they've gotten enough trips to the line. They just were unable to make, you know, 70% from the line, and I think that's really the, you know, the difference. If they could, you add 6-7 points to the score, you know, it puts a little bit more pressure on Kennedy Catholic, and they've been able to survive that. They've have sent the Greyhounds to the line, but they've, the Greyhounds have been unable to shoot above their average tonight, and that's really unfortunate for them.
It's a career high 30 for Zettner tonight for Wilmington. And again, here's Kennedy. I mean, they're on their way to being 2-6 on the season, but 2-1 in the region. And Greenville struggling with Mercer tonight. There's a chance Kennedy will be 2-1 and in second place tonight.
Yeah, it shows you that, if you continue to try to improve and you get into the region, anything is possible. And that's exactly what they're trying to prove, is that every game is an opportunity to challenge yourselves and to improve as a team. And that's what they've been doing.
Zettner, three-pointer, off the mark. Rebound loose, Huff out of bounds, back to Kennedy Catholic with 96 seconds to go.
And here comes the reserves in now here for the Greyhounds as they'll empty the bench.
The Greenville-Mercer game, 31-28. That is in the third quarter. That is on Sports Radio 96.7. If you're interested, if you're watching this game from a Wilmington perspective and interested in what happens tonight with your next opponent, that is what's going on there. You can also watch that game on Facebook when we're done on the Sports Radio 96.7 page. Scarborough going to fire another one. That one's long. Chambers tipping the rebound around. Chambers is 5'10". His wingspan, he plays like he's 6'3".
Yeah. He has been all over this court defensively and fighting for every loose ball there has been, either off the rim or on the floor.
A couple of new guys in there for Wilmington, as you mentioned. Luke Mersheimer. That one's picked off by Chambers. Chambers outrunning everybody to the bucket, blocked from behind. Good recovery defense. Wilmington continues to fight. King trying to save that. Almost ran into our table. Zach Shaw is also out there for Wilmington. Aiden Horkovy is out there as well.
Belunka.
Yeah, Nick Belunka. They continue to throw up shots, but it's not going to be enough tonight. Scarborough off balance. Chambers the rebound. They'll pull it back, and I think that's going to do it. As they'll get one more bucket. With 8 seconds left. King picks that one off. Scarborough going to race to the bucket. He's fouled with 0.7 to go. And that is, for all intent and purposes, going to do it. As Kennedy Catholic, the talk, they're 1-6, they're struggling. We don't know what this team is going to become. They're rebuilding everything. They get a monster win on the road tonight. And Scarborough's going to finish up the scoring here with 0.7 left. Disappointing night for Wilmington. And maybe, just maybe, for Kennedy Catholic, this is the start of something that this program has needed, as that final shot going to be launched, and that is it. Commanding performance from that middle third quarter on for Kennedy Catholic, that 13-0 run. And they win this thing tonight going away 70-51. Kennedy Catholic improves to 2-6 and 2-1 in Region 1 play of District 10. Wilmington falls to 6-3 overall and 0-2 in region play. We'll step aside for a timeout. When we come back, our post-game show will get you the final stats and some final notes here before we get on out of here, as Kennedy Catholic wins it tonight 70-51. You've been watching boys high school basketball on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Thank you for calling AXE. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Acts can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joy ride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joy ride, call ACTS today.
Since 1911, the City Rescue Mission has been serving our community by providing food for the hungry, shelter for the homeless, and hope for the lost. We continue to love all that come through our doors, extending mercy and providing grace just as God has done for each of us, serving with a compassionate heart and sharing the good news of the gospel and the hope we all have in Jesus Christ, just like we've done since 1911. We can't do this alone, and we continue to need your help.
Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel Wrestling as the December LCAP Team of the Month after their 13-2 start to the season. Congratulations to Coach Kevin Carmichael and the Laurel Wrestling team, our December LCAP Team of the Month.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenopleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Lawrence County SportsNet is
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
What a night for Kennedy Catholic and specifically for Ravion Wilbon Venable as they win it tonight 70-51 over Wilmington, picking up their second win in District 10 Region 1 play and second win overall to get to 2-6 overall. Wilmington, meanwhile, falls to 6-3 overall, but more importantly, early on in this region play, they're 0-2 now in Region 1 with a big game against Greenville coming up on Friday night. Our scoring recap, let's recap tonight's gem of the game with the Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. First for Kennedy Catholic tonight, Ravion Wilbon Venable, 40 points. We said 42 earlier, that's been corrected. He had 40 tonight for Kennedy Catholic, 19 for Jahil Scarborough, 5 for Samuel Atkinson, 4 for Chambers. And we do have an uncredited player who was not on the roster that scored the final 2 points of the game for the Golden Eagles. For Wilmington, Freddie Zettner, career high tonight, 30 points, 6 for Ben Huff, and 5 each for Landon Klein, who fouled out Wesley Vasquez, and 5 for Jordan Mercer off the bench. And that's a look at your Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. Family owned and operated general contractor for 4 generations. Their extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative process allow us to help any project and meet any challenge. Building our community for 70 years. Visit gembuilders.com for more information. Not sure what you can really say about that. That was an impressive performance. This was a Wilmington team that led 40-33 in the third quarter, almost halfway through the third quarter, and then a 13-0 run for Kennedy Catholic, and they just took this thing over.
Wilmington played their ball and controlled the game for the first 2.5 quarters here tonight. In the final 1.5 quarters, Kennedy Catholic's athleticism and Kennedy Catholic ability to go on a 13-0 run really made a difference in the ball game. Once they took the lead, they never looked back. They continued to press hard and limit the Greyhounds to 1 shot, and really took control of the game going into the fourth quarter. And that was really what happened here tonight. And it was an impressive outing here for Ravion Wilbon Venerable, who had that 40 points here tonight. And he was backed up by Jill Sarborough with 19. I mean, that's a 1-2 punch that any team would want as you continue to play in regional play here in District 10 and as they continue to move forward. As you mentioned, they're now 2-1, in the region. And, there's only their second win of the season. However, they both come at the right time of the year when you get into region play.
Yeah, big game for Wilmington coming up on Friday against Greenville, then Saturday. So they'll go back-to-back. They'll play Maplewood on Saturday, and then the next 3 after that are Reynolds, Lakeview, and Sharpsville. And those are all teams that are ahead of them in Region 1. So this young Wilmington team, which – okay, they started great. They won 6 games to start the season. They had only won 6 the previous 4 seasons, didn't win a game last year. They still got a lot of basketball ahead of them, and all those teams ahead of them, those games are now much more magnified because they're in a 2-hole, in the region here. They got to win. I mean, they got to try to win all those games, obviously, anyway, but that's a good chance for them to rebound after this game, come back with a strong performance against Greenville, and then maybe they can string together some wins in the region.
Yeah, and I think there's a good possibility there. I mean, yeah, they got some players or teams in front of them, but they're playing better. You can see the growth of this team and where they want to be and what they're trying to achieve, and it's just going to take some time. I think, again, the more they recognize some of the good things they did here tonight and capitalize on it and get better, stay out of foul trouble, I think they would have a better shot at winning some of those games down the future.
One final look at our Newcastle Transit out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Newcastle Transit Authority. Save money on gas and let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go, serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County. The Newcastle Transit Authority going your way. Newcastle 47-39, end of the third. Mercer does lead Greenville 45-37. That's also at the end of the third. And the Shannock 88-34 over Western Beaver. And that's a final look at your Newcastle Transit Authority out-of-town scoreboard update. Let's give out some awards here tonight. Our Maley Chiropractic play of the game goes to Wesley Vasquez of Wilmington for his save on a ball that was going out of bounds that he turned into an assist early in this game. So Maley Chiropractic proud to present the play of the game award to Wesley Vasquez of Wilmington. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Wesley for tonight's play of the game. He'll get a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's play of the game. You can see video of tonight's play of the game on the Trib Live, High School Sports Network's standout platform on X and Instagram to view tonight's Maley Chiropractic play of the game. And the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on play of the game. Congratulations to Wesley Vasquez for tonight's Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. MVP Insurance MVP of the Game award tonight. I don't think there's any question that this young man was going to be the MVP of the game when he took over in the third quarter. But it's going to go to Kennedy Catholic's Ravion Wilbon Venable, who tonight finished with 40 points. MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to, as we mentioned, Ravion Wilbon Venable of Kennedy Catholic. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Ravion as tonight's MVP of the game. He'll get a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list of this season's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Ravion Wilbon Venable for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win. That's going to do it for us here tonight at Wilmington High School as Kennedy Catholic wins it tonight 70-51. A reminder that we have a plethora of action to come yet during this season, but on Thursday night we're going to have girls basketball for you, as Lee and Jay Moan will have the call at 7:30 on Thursday night. And that contest is going to be Laurel at Shenango. That's actually a 6 o'clock start, I beg your pardon, on Thursday night. And then Friday night, boys doubleheader at 7:30, Fox Chapel at Newcastle. My partner Tim Continenza and James Dotson with the call of that one. Lee Moan and I will be over at Laurel as Neshannock will take on the Spartans with a 7:30 tip in that one as well. That'll do it for the Tri-County Principals post-game show. Big win tonight for Kennedy Catholic on the road at Wilmington. They do it tonight 70-51. We'll talk to you on Friday night for that boys doubleheader, and don't forget Thursday night girls basketball at 6 o'clock right here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.